Hello, in this lesson, I'm going to go over how to find the mean, or in other words, expected value of and standard deviation of a probability distribution. Here, we're going to focus on discrete probability distribution. So suppose that an experiment is repeated n independent times and a value of random variable x is recorded. The average value of x over a large number of repetitions of experiment is called the mean or expected value of x. Note that have to be over a large number of repetitions. That means going to repeat the experiment many times. And each one, the experiment is independent, right? So note that this is a computation formula for finding mean. And that's the computation for finding variance. And note the standard deviation, just square root of the variance over here. So here, this is, you can do it by hand, but here I'm going to focus on a calculator. So let's do an example. If Wendy's manager perform a study to determine the probability distribution for the number of people x waiting in line. Again, x represents the number of people waiting in line. That's a random variable x. The results will follow. So notice that there are a number of people waiting in line is my x. And from 0 to 6, 0 meaning there's no one waiting in line, 6 meaning that there are 6 people waiting in line. And the probability that no one waiting in line is 0.02, where the probability of 3 people waiting in line is 0.3. So on the right here, notice I have all possible value of x, probability of x is given. Now the sum of probability here, if we add them up, p of x, 0.02 plus 0.15 plus all them up, you can get 1. Sum of probabilities is always 1. And note that each probability is between 0, 1, and 1. So this is a valid probability distribution. Now, let's find the mean and standard deviation. Okay, so first I'm going to take out your calculator. Let me put my calculator lower, you can see it. Okay, and then I'll go to stat, enter your data into edit. Note that L1, I put my random variable x, possible value for x. L2, I put the corresponding probability, right? So I did that in advance. Once you've done that, then you go to stat, go to calculate. One bar stat is highlighted, so enter. Now L1 is where your random variable is. Frequency list means the probability distribution, p of x, and just put enter, enter, enter. Now we found that the mean is 2.71 and standard deviation is 1.25. Okay, so I'm going to write that down. Note that I round the decimal to 1 decimal place here, and including the unit. Now this is number of people waiting in line, so there are 2.7 people waiting in line. So the unit is people. So what that means is, on average, there are 2 to 3 people waiting in line in lunchtime at Wendy's. Okay, so this completes our lesson for using a calculator to find mean and standard deviation. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you next time.